Here we are. We're live from Plymouth Memorial Hall. Welcome, everybody tuning in on Facebook Live. Cage Titans 64 takes place tomorrow night at this building. We got the weigh-ins here for you tonight. And as always, sometimes it gets a little hectic, so we got our security guards, Big Mike Da Silva, Richie, Santiago coming out. And to get this party officially started, President of Cage Titans, Michael Polver, with a couple of words before we bring these fighters out. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
I don't have many words. But thank you to all the fighters who showed up today that are actually here, made weight. So congratulations to them. They're all rip-roaring, ready to go to put on a show tomorrow, Cage Titans 64. For those who have been asking, tickets have been sold out all week, but we just got 15 back that we released online, so you can go grab them, but grab them quick because that's it. I don't care who you know. After that point, they're gone. For those who aren't going to be in the building tomorrow night, SpectationSports.com is the only live stream provider for Cage Titans 64. So make sure you go directly to SpectationSports.com, or you can find the link on CageTitansFC.com. But that is the only place to get the live stream for tomorrow. All else are scams. So without further ado, Andy, let's bring him out.
All right, first up to the scale, our first of the night, Eric. 4 for Eric Zane. And his opponent, Devin Menard. $154 for Devin Menard. Face forward, face forward, face forward. You good. Both debuts. It's all good. Eric Menard kicking things off at Cage Titans 64. Next up to the scale, Jake Bernard.
I'll clap for you, Jake.
124 for Jake Bernard. And his opponent, Julian Menjivar. Grab the flag. There we go. 124 for Julian Menjivar. Jake Bernard versus Julian Menjivar. Next up to the scale, Gary Kohler. $160 for Gary Kohler. And his opponent, Brandon Boats. $159 for Brendan Boats. Gary Kohler versus Brendan Boats. Next up to the scale, Jake Calendar. 140 for Jake Callender. And his opponent, Xavier Cardona. $140 for Xavier Cardona.
He doesn't get that right. He's too young.
Jake Callender versus Xavier Cardona. All right, next up to the scale, Melissa Santos. $115 for Melissa Santos. And her opponent, Erica Valentine. $120 for Erica Valentine. Melissa Santos versus Erica Valentine. Next up to the scale, our final amateur fight of the night. First up, Jake Kasky. The drip, the drip. $150 for Jake Kasky. And his opponent, Ryan Kennedy. $150 for Ryan Kennedy. Fishwood. Been a while. Jake Kasky versus Ryan Kennedy. And now our first professional fight of the night. First up to the scale, Seth Bosler. $136 for Seth Bosler. And opponent, Jacobo Apito. $136 for Jacobo Apito. Oh, get a real face off. We get a real face. Seth Bosler versus Jacobo Apito. That closes out the undercard. The prelims are done. On to the main card. First up to the scale, Jake Hitzenbaugh. for Jake Hicksonbaugh. And his opponent, Miguel Sevazin. 155 for Miguel Sevazin. Jake Hicksonbaugh versus Miguel Sevazin.
All right, so hey, man, we said it as you walk on stage, you know you're your away team, but that didn't stop you in your last performance. Put on an amazing performance against Aaron Hughes. You shut this hall up again once before. You plan on doing it once again?
Oh yeah, I love shotting the hall up. I'm always the away team. I'm always fighting the fan favorites, but it's just my favorite thing to do. I like to shut people up and have fun doing it.
There you go. Make some noise for the hitman, Jake Hicksonbaugh. Miguel, he took on a training partner of yours, and Aaron Hughes, last time. Is there any bit of revenge here? How much have you really have you picked Aaron's brain before this fight?
Yeah, I picked his brain a little bit, but I know what I have to do tomorrow night to get the dub. So I have a plan set. I'm ready to go out there, do my thing. So
there you go. We'll make some noise for Miguel Mother effing Svesson. Right over this way.
Next up to the scale, Brody McDougal. Oh, my bad.
The best drip. He got the best drip right now.
$169 for Brody McDougal.
All right, I'm here with the man, Brody McDougal. Brody McDougal is set to make his pro debut tomorrow. Oscar Vera is having some issues getting here, but, enough of that. Yesterday was your birthday. Here you are making your pro debut. How's it feel?
Very excited, man. Just went through, the whole process. Got weight yesterday. Professional athlete. Doesn't matter what the day is, you know what I mean? I'm just here to compete and show the best version of me tomorrow.
And you had an amazing amateur run, fight of the year, fighter of the year. You got droves of people coming down from New Hampshire to watch this tomorrow. How does it feel to have that support and kind of close that chapter of your amateur career and step in as a pro?
Unbelievable, man. Every fight I continue to grow myself and my following. So, it's cool just trying to keep this steam rolling ahead. And, excited to put on a show tomorrow.
There you go. Make some noise for American Psycho, Brody McDougal.
Right, next up to the scale, Jack Congdon. $169 for Jack Congdon. Sam Wofford's not here either.
Speaking of car problems, Sam Wofford is not here, but I'm here with Jack Congdon. Sam is actually on his way. He was coming from Rhode Island. But either way, you're here, ready for another performance. What can the fans expect from you tomorrow? Because it's been a couple months. You've been rehabbing some injuries and getting healthy. What can they expect from you tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm very excited to be back. I've got an opponent in front of me that's also a traditional martial arts guy. We got a karate versus a taekwondo fight, so you can expect it to play out on the feet. You can expect it to be fireworks, and it's going to be great. And I can't wait to be back and show that I can overcome the adversity and be better than ever.
There you go. Make some noise for Jack Congdon taking on Sam Wofford.
Next up to the scale, Chris Makate. $145 for Chris Makate. And his opponent, Jay Perrin. 144 for Jay Perrin. Chris McCate versus Jay Perrin.
All right, Chris, man, all the way over here from the West Coast. How's it feel to be here? And what can fans expect to see from you in your debut performance at Cage Titans?
Feels good to be in Boston, fighting in this guy's home crowd, home turf. But it was always more fun when you're a Viking to go on raids and take someone's shit and butcher them. So I'm a fucking Viking, so that's what I'm ready to do. That's when I do my best work.
I love it, man. Clip that, throw that on the social media pages. Make some noise for Chris McCate. I should probably stop yelling into the mic. I'm a little hot. But either way, hey, he gave you something to work with, Joker. You're never shy to talk a little trash. I think he gave you some verbal sparring right there. So what do you got to say?
It's great that he came all this way from the West Coast to come to my hometown just to have a very long ride home. I hope that it rains and his flight gets delayed so he can watch outside the window and just think about what I'm about to do to him tomorrow. Great competitor. I'm really excited for the matchup. He's hard-nosed. He's going to come at me with everything he's got, and I'm really happy for the challenge. But we all know how this is going to go, baby. I'm going to be dominant in every way, just like I am every single time I enter the Cage Titans cage. So it'll be no different tomorrow, Chris. It's a pleasure and an honor, but that cage is mine, and you know it.
There you go. Jay the Joker Perrin taking on Chris McCate.
All right, next up to the scale, Jay Presley. $134 for Jay Presley. And his opponent, Johnny Campbell. $135 for Johnny Campbell. Johnny Campbell.
A little intense there to stand on. I love the energy you're bringing. Your first time to Plymouth, Massachusetts, here in Cage Titans. Fans, what can they expect?
I just want to thank everybody that puts this event together. I'm very grateful to be here. I believe I can finish this man in the first round. I'm also ready for a 3-round war, baby. I'm ready to put on a show, and y'all going to get y'all's money's worth. But my hand will be raised. I want to shout out the Z team and everyone that supports me. Let's get it.
There you go, man. I don't have much to top that. Make some noise for Jay Presley. All right, Johnny. He threw it at you, man. You're no stranger to this all. Your 25th professional fight here at Cage Titans, the most in all time. The fans know you, but he might not know much about you. What do you have to say about that?
Well, first round is all mine. Second round, all mine. Third round, all mine. I'm going to finish him, whether it's in the first, the second, or the third, knockout or submission. 100% finish, guaranteed. Don't blink, because you'll miss an entire combination of mine if you blink for one moment. So just be prepared. Keep those eyes open the whole time.
There you go. I'm looking forward to this fight. Jay Presley taking on Johnny Cupcakes Campbell. Make some noise.
All right, on to the co-main event of Cage Titans 64. First up to the scale, Tom Santos. $155 for Tom Santos and his opponent, Peter Barrett. $153 for Peter Barrett. The co-main event of Cage Titans 64, Tom Santos versus Peter Barrett.
So here with Tom, all the way over here from Brazil. You fought on some of the biggest stages around the world. You know, you got a big opponent here in Peter Barrett. What do you expect from you tomorrow?
Veio do Brasil, fez uma viagem, já lutou com muita gente dura. O que você está esperando para amanhã contra o Peter?
Espero uma grande luta amanhã. Eu sou aquele atleta que cresço muito com grandes vitórias e grandes batalhas. Gosto de enfrentar grandes atletas, assim como o Peter.
You guys can expect a war. I really like to fight against good guys, tough guys, and I know he's tough, and I'm gonna show I can be tough, and we're gonna put on a show.
You mentioned yesterday at the press conference you held the record for the fastest knockout over a UFC veteran. What, do you think we can maybe top that tomorrow?
Você falou que teve nocaute mais rápido contra aquele forma UFC. Você acha que você pode bater aquele tempo amanhã?
Sim, espero, né, o Peter valorizar a luta em pé e a gente poder dar uma grande show para quem estiver assistindo e quem sabe um nocaute mais rápido do que o de 7 segundos, de 6 agora.
If he decided to stay on his feet, for sure. As soon as I put my hands on him, he's gonna sleep.
All right, there you go. Well, make some noise for Tom Santos. All right, Pete, you know, you always promise excitement, highly calculated violence. What do you think about your opponent, Tom?
I mean, I bring the rubber ducky because I always promise a bloodbath. So, you know, the last 3 fights have been super entertaining. I've been getting better. The striking's been getting cleaner. The wrestling's been getting stronger. Yeah, if we want to stand on our feet, maybe we have a little bit of fun, get some blood on everybody up front, and then I'll just destroy him from there. Done my homework. Very familiar with what he's going to come out with, and I'm just confident anywhere that this fight could go, I can finish any given moment. So look for a quick fight, look for a fast fight, and maybe a quick turnaround as well. So, you know, I always promise highly calculated violence, and that's what we're getting on Saturday.
There you go. Pete, you tied Johnny Cupcakes with this appearance for the most fights in Cage Titans history. It's been a long journey with you. You know, anything less? Yeah, you're never at a loss for words. I'm dreading giving you the mic, but anything else you want to say?
I'm a sick fuck, and I'm going to bring it on Saturday. So, you know, it's kind of cool. The MMA community is huge, but it's a really small community behind the scenes. Like, he's staying and being cornered by one of my teammates. I've been training with Bruno off and on since the Junico days with Loco way back when. So, you know, it's just a big, you know, it's a big family. We all love each other. We all hate each other, but you know, there's only a select few of sick fucks like us that do it, and I'm here to bring it. And I'll do 10 shows if my body's with me. So let's do it.
Cage Titans 2 all the way to Cage Titans 64. Make the noise for Slippery Pete, Peter Barrett.
And now on to the main event of Cage Titans 64 for the vacant professional welterweight championship. First up to the scale, John Piersma. 170 for John Piersma and his opponent, Everett Desolé. 170 for Everett Desolé. John Piersma versus Everett Desolé for the Cage Titans Professional Welterweight Championship.
All right, I'm here with the Warhawk. You say that they keep bringing you to New England and you just keep knocking these guys down. Are the fans eventually going to embrace you and make them one of your own?
Hey, it doesn't matter to me. I love coming down here. I'm excited. It was a great crowd last time, and I mean I got a good reception last time out of all the people down here. A lot of people telling me great fight and watching me. So I was excited to come back and excited for my second appearance, especially for the title.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of hype. I specifically mentioned after your performance in January, there was 2 performances that I talked about more than anyone, and it was yours and Everett. What do you think about this opponent coming into tomorrow night's title fight?
I think he's a tough dude, but I think he's getting in way over his head here. He's only 3 fights into his career. He's fought no one on my level. So you don't know what you don't know until you know it. And he's going to find out Saturday night. And I'm going to go in there. I'm leaving Boston with a new belt in his head. So let's go.
You have a lot of fans from upstate New York. You've traveled over 8 hours to be here. Those fans at home that are going to be watching the stream that can't make it out, what do you got to say to them?
I just appreciate all my fans, everyone who is coming, everyone's home watching it, sponsors, teammates, everybody, man. You make this possible. And, this belt, this title, this is for you guys. And I can't wait to come back and celebrate with you guys.
There you go, the Warhawk, John Piersma. Make some noise. And I'm here. Whatever, man. 2 fights with Cage Titans, 2 head-churning type performances. You had an extensive background in the grappling. You made a great transition to MMA. How's it been so far?
It's been great. It's not much of a transition. I've always been able to do this. So I'm here. I'm ready to represent and show what the world has to see, pretty much.
You guys both were able to perform on the last Cage Titans. What did you take away from his performance, if any?
I left with my dog. I didn't see any of his fight. Yeah, pretty much. I didn't see it. I had to watch it on YouTube. Yeah, he has grappling, but again, there's levels to this, and he's gonna wait and see till tomorrow. I promise. And if it doesn't go to the mat, I'm gonna break his jaw. It's that simple.
There you go. You have a good sized crowd coming out to support you. This is the first time that you've been able to fight like where it's been scheduled ahead of time. The fan support has been tremendous. How's that feel coming in to this title fight with all the fans behind you?
Feels great. 99 tickets sold. They're not gonna waste their money. They're gonna show. I'm gonna show. They're gonna love it all, and this is gonna be a great event. I can't wait to represent tomorrow.
All right, well, there you go. Ippon Everett to Saleh. Make some noise. There you guys have it. Cage Titans 64 tomorrow night, Saturday, March 30th. Tickets are sold out, but don't worry. Our broadcast partner, Spectation Sports, has you covered. You go to spectationsports.com to watch the live stream. Use your favorite fighter's last name, all caps, as the promo code so they get credit for the sale. There you have it, guys. Cage Titans. Follow us on all social media. We'll see you tomorrow night at the fights.
Kill it with the beat.